Word. But like, who's really your friend? The older you get, you're told to just surround yourself with the right people and have like people around you that are successful and they want to be successful or they got something going for themselves. But the second you do that, it's either they dick ride your shit and nobody's genuine, they just yes men, or you competing with the people around you and nobody really want to see you do better than them. So what really is that? Like, what's a friend? I was around the same person for a significant part of my 20s and we didn't get no fucking where. If anything, not to say I'm worse off right now, but I'm not where I'd like to be. You know, this feeling that I have, it's like, this is not how I thought I would be feeling at this point in my life. You know, after knowing somebody that played like they was, was gonna be something like in your life, Nobody know, but it's just like, damn. Talk about the ultimate string along, like. That's what this shit feel like one big string along. You just gotta be strung along. Everybody just wanna be on each other's bandwagon. I was my own vibe when I met certain people. You never know who's gonna have an effect on your life. But I was on my own shit, working. I didn't give a fuck about nobody. Not in that way, but I didn't care to impress people or, my cup was full. And that's why I dabbled and kind of went out of my way. Because I'm like, yeah, sure, I could do that. I got it for me, so why can't I share that? People don't like that. They do any y'all. Go out of their way, son. And you could get so wrapped up in that shit. The thought of somebody might needing you, that shit just gets you fucked up. Real talk. Now I know though. At least I hope I do. But for real, I do. It's just like, it's all to just attack your heart space. Like, if you got a good heart, 2020 and on ain't for ya. I'll let you know that now. Shut that shit down. Or just find people that don't got their heart shut off. Because it's feeling pretty scarce out here. Like, let me see. I done drove 6 miles. 7 miles. My father, anyways. But yeah, my family is probably involved with this. Their lack of concern lets me know that they might have something to do with it. And I'm talking about on like my whole family. It just feels so like everybody really just trying to be on the money making, who could be the most rich, and show it off, who could be the most fake Christian and show it off. And this is all through social media. That's why I never really understood it. Like, everybody just playing like their life is alright. Like, shit ain't good money. Ain't nothing about this fine. You know how many family members I lost? And it was the ones that was to themselves. That's what makes me so like wary now, like, of just everything. And nobody cares about anything. People are literally just, it's not shutting their hearts off, but it's just like, there's so much shit that we shouldn't ignore, that we're choosing to ignore. And I've humbly, it's not that I've ignored it, but I've humbly just taken my L's, you know, not knowing which way they coming from. Like, I've humbly just been like, all right, maybe that wasn't for me. But like, when that keeps happening and happening, you kind of gotta look, especially if you ain't got nobody around you. Look, you kind of gotta look and be like, nah, something ain't right. I mean, somebody's going out of their way to make sure, and it'll be the littlest, the smallest things. You know, I could talk for days. Fragville. These little sidebar conversations people have pertaining to your life. It's like we're perpetuating the same experience over and over and over and over many lifetimes. We're doing the same things over and over and over. Why is that okay? Don't nobody see nothing wrong with it. It's only getting worse because we're like blind. Like, well, not we, but a lot of people is blind, and technology is involved. Technology is involved, so it keeps you fucked up and trapped. Like, and this thing is a double-edged sword. You know, you can, but most people use it in the wrong way. Oh my God. Most people use it in the wrong way. Why is my phone hacked? There's no sense of privacy anywhere. You know, it's to the point where people they want to infiltrate your mind, like, and this is known already. But if you're not aware of it, it's gonna happen. Like, there's been thoughts that I've had that without knowing the people that I've met, I wouldn't have had them. You know, it's like, it's so deliberate, but it's so insidious at the same time. It's like, it's so sick. Who would you blame? Who would you blame? And the best reasoning they have is proof. That's how the justice system works. That's how innocent people get locked up. You know, because proof. You need proof. That law-abiding citizenship where the guy's family got killed and the dude that killed his entire family got away scot-free. He studied law for years. He studied law for years just to get locked up and violate all of them. It's just like, why push people to that point? And then they put it in the movies. Oh my God. They put it in the movies. Yo, this place is nuts. Over at it's nuts. It's not okay. It's not okay. And I look at these little children. Some children don't even be real children no more. You know, they way too mature. They know shit that they don't, you know. Spiritually, they just lacking. Like, they have no connection to themselves whatsoever. And the parents is just wuss. This shit is just, you know. And then it's like, these are the problems. What are the solutions? I know a couple, but it's like, if you being targeted every which way, not targeted. Yeah, targeted. These are just attacks, like, flat out. You know, but that just means there are people fighting to keep this madness going. There are people fighting to keep this way of life going, this destructive, demonic way of life going. Like, people want that. People want the pain and the fear and the broken down, destitute, starving. It's like everybody is born with their own kind of mind. Like, why don't people think no more? Why do people fall into these traps of just scarcity? What was the word? Artificial scarcity. You know how much land How much, there's so many resources available to people, but nobody wants to literally like get down and work for it. You know, we fall into these 9 to 5 systems, which I never fucked with. But once those systems shut down like they doing right now, nobody knows what to do with themselves. Nobody knows what to do with themselves. So they look for the people that might know what to do with themselves, and they, you know, why? Or because they've trusted in these systems and never did shit for them, except pay them for their time. You selling your time to these little jobs and these little things, and you don't even know. You couldn't even feed yourself if you was dropped in the woods or some shit, you know? You probably think about robbing somebody or killing somebody else instead of working together to move forward. Those are acts of desperation. These ways of life have made people so desperate that they have to harm one another in order to move forward. How is that life? That's not life. That's the opposite. That's the opposite. And if you don't agree with that desperate ass way of living, you the target. How that makes sense? Nobody want to listen to the one person that might know what the fuck to do. They want to make them like them. How does that make sense? You could bring religion into it. You could bring spirituality into it. Ultimately, we all here. Everybody's on this earth. You know, so it's like, shit don't gotta be hard. Why don't people know this? Shit don't gotta be hard. You don't gotta kill millions of people or pretend to kill millions of people in order to get people to fucking start thinking for themselves. And it's coming from fear. It's not even coming from like, hey, these systems are breaking down. Do you guys want to start over? Can you imagine if people, if the so-called government said that? Everybody just take a break. It's like everything gotta come from this scary ass place. Look at the bullshit. Everything gotta come from this scary ass place. So nobody knows what to do. People don't even know how to not be scared. You know, when you finally do make it, you holding on so tight. I can't imagine that so-called 1%. The so-called, you know, the rich people, like, holding on so tight-lipped. You know, fuck the free world. It's just like most people in that 1% wouldn't be shit without the 99. And the 99 don't fucking know that because they just so blind. And it's not a no rebel, you know, it's just like you gotta pick. People have that choice to pick what they support, to pick what they enable. And if you're only enabling fear and faulty systems, that's all you're gonna get. It's like a give and get thing. Oh my God, yo. Anyways.